as soon as this, I say we just wait until you see our names and we start. Cool. And best to hold the mic like that, like an ice cream till, like hold it up. Shit, we don't have much play here. No chairs either.
We'll have to make do.
Yeah. Five. And welcome to reunion weekend here at Grey High School. This is Fender Barnard. I'm joined here by Philip Tsakaba for our first team clash between Grey High and Queen's College, our ancient foes. And what a wonderful day it's been so far, Mr. Tsakaba. What do you think?
Absolutely beautiful. Reunion weekend's always a big clash between these schools, traditional rivals through the years. So today has been spectacular, and there's a bit of a grand final now. With the first team game.
Yeah, so far today, Grey have been quite successful on the main field. Only the 15As, a very exciting clash there. Queen scoring in the 9 seconds. Coach John Duncan off to Uganda in a week. Boys were inspired and they came from 31-19 down to beat a highly rated Grey side. So that was quite an exciting clash. Grey seconds by 40 points to 7. Grey thirds 14-7. Grey fourths I think was 20 points to 5 or something along those lines. 16As, yep. Grey 52-0. So yeah, it's been a good day so far for the men in Azure Blue, but it all comes down to this one.
No, definitely, Fen. It's never really, you don't want to judge the whole day by the end result of the first team game, but it's always been a fantastic game between these two sides. As I said before, traditional rivals, and we've got really good matchups today, really good matchups between the fly-offs. Today it's going to be really testing conditions for both of them with the swirling wind.
Yeah, the wind has been blowing at 60 kilometers an hour. Seems to have dissipated a little bit in the last couple of minutes. But from right to left, interesting to see who's won the toss, and those tactics will be important today. We saw the team sheets a few seconds ago. For the uninitiated might not realise that Queens don't have a 13 jersey. They play with a number 16. They retired the number 13 jersey way back in the 50s. A guy by the name of Surname Maitland passed away in a car crash. And a very touching gesture from Queens, which they've maintained for close on 70 years now, where they play with a 16 jersey in their back line. Late inclusion for Grey 2 at outside centre. The man opposite the 16 will be Ian Matris. Passed the late fitness test, and Grey will be buoyed to have him back. Played Cravennick last year, and the vice captain, quite a key man in this Grey team.
Yeah, definitely. As you said, Fen, it's a really big tradition between these two schools. As you just mentioned, that the 13 jersey was retired at Queen's College due to the unfortunate passing of Victor Maitfield in 1951.
Is it that far back? Goodness gracious.
66 years it's been. So, just these two schools carry so much tradition and so much pride. And, today is just a real good culmination of both histories between these two schools.
Yeah, it's one of these ancient rivals, as I like to refer to them. Queens always boxing massively above their weights, 450 boys versus the 870 of Grey. So you tend to have some fairly one-sided matches all day long, and then the one that counts, often this has been a banana peel. I think Queens have won 4 in the last 10 years. Their last win on reunion at Grey was in 2011, and back in 2007 I remember one Lionel Cornier creating some magic deep in his half to score late, I think, for Queens to win 10 points to 7. So always a game where it's 50-50, and I think if you think that Queens are going to, or Grey are going to run away with this, I think you're sadly mistaken. It's going to be a tight contest. Interesting, Grey taking the field first here today. I'm not really sure what that's about. The hosts allowing the opponents to come on second.
It's a bit of mind games early on. But it's really good to see, as you just mentioned, very good clashes between these two schools in the past. I remember a pretty good game here a couple of years ago when Queens just really lost to Grey. But all these clashes are always closely contested. Today's no different. The weather's sort of lightened up again. It threatened to rain about 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago.
Those big black clouds have disappeared, thankfully. And both schools would probably also be buoyed by the selection of some of the old boys into the international sides. Keep quiet for the war cry. There you go, guys. The crowd always love the war cry. And Queens with one of their own as well, looks like. Sandile Ngesi, our referee today, highly rated local official, and we have the second and third team officials, Sean London and Daniel De Freitas. I find these poor old boys are always almost conning to being too positive for the visitors there below when under that pressure to be unbiased. So should be a good game of schoolboy rugby. As I was saying, Lionel Cronje and Sila, I think it is the loose forward from the Kings.
Andisa.
He's a Queenian, played 2011, and Gray, of course, here Khaleesi, one of our best, who's also on the box side. Early advantage to Queens there, knocked on. Nice single position here, slow ball. Surprising to try and spread it with that slow ball. 12 crashing up.
It was a really good kickoff there. There's a bit of hang time and allowed these forwards to get underneath the ball and contest.
Yeah, good effort into this strong Port Elizabeth wind here. Probably about 40 k's an hour at the moment. Oh, make him stretch for that one.
I think both teams are going to be really keen on throwing the ball around, even though it's tough conditions. But traditionally it's a traditional boys' school game, and the first penalty goes to the side of Grey.
That's Waka Salan there, the kingpin in the Grey back line. Man mountain he is, 100 kilograms. He's been selected in the Craven Week side, SA Green squad last year, so quite a pivotal man, important guy for the Grey side, and they're as usual making big impact on defence, putting pressure on the Queenians and stealing possession. In Grey, there are 7 boys from our first side in the Craven Week team this year, and then 1 from the third team and 1 from the second team, quite surprisingly. But that's the way it goes, the selection nowadays. Very proud of the selection of our guys, and we have another 3 in the academy side as well. So a good representation. Queens with 6 in the Craven Week side as well, according to reports we've heard. Oh, turnover ball there for Queens. Not be happy with that.
Not a pretty good line out. Pretty flat and low. Didn't really give the jumper any chance to claim that. Queens are going to be really tactical, I think, today. We see early on they employing some pick and goes early on just to sack the great defenders in and try and stretch them out wide in the third or fourth phase.
They're very narrow on attack here. Look at that right wing, or the left wing only lining up an outside upright. Although they got it wide to him. Good carry there. And they set 12 man. Same position again. Grey going for the counter ruck. Referee aligned. Queen's a bit of latitude here at this breakdown. No, they've held on to position. Bringing it back again towards the right. Big carry here, the big 7 getting hands on again.
Yeah, Queens are going to be looking at guys like Siya Chwatu, who just got the ball now, number 7 jersey. He's a big boy. He's going to look to get Queens over the advantage line for a few times.
Okay, so, speaking of the pass there, Enrique Franks to Koli Konza, and Konza's broken free. Oh, Konza, one of the Craven Week inclusives. Big strong ball carrier there. Pedro getting it wide. Bevan Prinsloo through the tackle. Captain leads by example. He's the captain of the Craven Week team as well for Eastern Province this year. Dean van Dijk buried in the tackle there now. Slow ball for Grey. I expect we'll see LJ Dupree will use Pedro's made a horrible hash of that at the base of the breakdown. And that's scrum down Queen's ball.
It's really good line speed there from Queens. Forced that error on the breakdown by the scrum off. It's very interesting to see that they're coming off the line pretty quickly, trying to close off the spaces out wide for the Grey. They know that Grey have really good ball carriers and strong runners in the back division, so it's going to be important for them to close off space very quickly.
want you to watch and see how they sort of cram 10 to 13 are very close together, and there's very little connection between outside centre and wing on defence of the video I've seen of Queen so far this season. It's quite a high-risk policy. If the ball does get past that man, it's often try time. So interesting to see how if the gamble pays off.
Yeah, high risk, high reward there, Finn.
There we go, good feed here. Bring it back on the angle again. Good tackle, LJ du Preez. Oh, another big ball carry, the captain, number 4.
It's Aaron Brody.
Funny, always surprised Queens always boxing above their weight with just under 500 boys, where they get these monstrous forwards of theirs. Always very interesting to me. They got some big men. There's advantage. Looks like Grace laying the ball down at the breakdown. Dive pass. And going down the short side there. Rep feels no advantage. Emerson Gessie. Again, the hot pink refereeing kit. I'm not the biggest fan. So many colours to choose from, and the EP referee's going. I see he hasn't got the pink shorts this week. It's a pair of black shorts. Always very privileged at the Eastern Province Referees Union. Always look after us very, very well. The society, always get some top officials here, and Sindile, one of those young refs who's climbing the ranks quite quickly. So always a pleasure to have guys of such quality that referee us on our home field here in the Phillip.
Yeah, just one thing on the breakdown there, Fan, as well. It's notable. It's one thing to notice that Queens don't throw a lot of guys into the breakdown. They want to keep as many men on their feet, just to create that extra man out wide.
I'll turn over the Laken Gray, getting in front of his man. Wild pass from Jonker, but du Preez's got time, and it's scarred that one. Didn't make use of the wind. And Queens in the chance here. Matris does well. A bit of a shove from Konza. A bit of sumo wrestling coming in here. Slow ball again. Oh, and I think that could be knocked on. Yeah, there we go. Scrum down, grey ball. Oh, it's become a penalty. No advantage accruing. Always got to be frustrating for that fly off when you're getting that pass. It's drifting away from you. Fingertip stuff, and he just couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, it was a really awkward one. Always drifting away with the wind. It's low. It tests your skill to pick it up from that far down low. So there's a bit of a cagey start from both sides. There's been a bit of exchange of penalties. There's a bit of ill discipline early on in the breakdowns as well. You can
never discount the nerves and the excitement for the boys. Big occasion. Grey 12's reunion weekend. It's their last one. Both sides against the Old Phone. They want to do well. The Grey going with the driving maul. All 8 in there. Good structure. Ref seems happy with proceedings. It's gone down now. Pedro options left and right. Goes to Dean van Dijk. Dean's a hard man. Now Laken Gray offloads in contact. Bevan Prince, who rides the tackle. Tremendous ball carrier. Bevan started his career at high school as a scrum half in the 14Bs. Shifted a loose forward later on and really came in his own in grade 10. Advantage accruing here for all sides. LJ du Preez taking it to the heat. Ronaldo Pedro off the fringe. Referee in his way. There's a lot play to continue. Matris.
Beautiful pickup. One more.
Enrique Franks. Matris again. I'm very surprised the ref play made contact with him. That should be a scrum to Gray, close to the line. But there's an advantage as accrued. I think there was offsides initially, and he's bringing us right back across the field. Now I expect to see the T coming on. No, it's not. Surely some early points and settle the nerves here. No, Pedro's going to go for the corner. Hope he judges in this wind.
Yeah, that's a
good touch.
That pillar defense from the Queens breakdown there was caught off guard. With a really good snipe there from Pedro to open up an extra hole out in that defense.
Ronaldo, son of Henry Pedro, played a number of games for Eastern Province. So those of you a little bit older might remember Henry. Massive speedster at the same time as Dion Kaiser and Ricardo Loubser. And the apple hasn't fallen far from the tree.
Clearly he's a really good talent, this Pedro.
Back ball on the drive set again. Queen's got to be nervous here. Gray rumbling forward here. No, going sideways. One of them disengaging off the side. Queens, it looks like a turnover could be happening. No, pick and go. Kierik Rodenbach.
Options either side here. Blindside is on.
Slipes and he scores. Ronaldo Pedro crashes over. Got to watch him. Slimy around the side of those, around the fringes there. Tremendous speed that he has too. And there we go, Gray 5-0. just inside the first 10 minutes, I'll be happy with that first return for them with a win at their backs.
Yeah, really good patient build-up from the Grey High School there. They really punched in a few holes there with Ronaldo. Pedro sniping through the defenses of Queens there early on. Grey look like a really good composed side. They don't panic. They keep really good hold onto the ball, and it's resulted in Ronaldo Pedro going over there.
LJ adding the extras. Yes, this Grey side has had a good run of it so far. They've got 9 in a row. Draw to Marlow in the first week. We're always playing catch up those first couple of weeks with our cricket and water polo commitments, and a lot of prophets of doom, a lot of criticism on social media, but the side has really come together and done very, very well. I must say a shout out to all of our old boys internationally and locally who have not been able to get out here today. Thinking of you guys, and it's been wonderful seeing a lot of guys out here again, the 20-year reunion guys, the 25-year reunion, and further than that, the 60 and 70-year guys as well. So wonderful reunion weekend it has been, and yeah, it's wonderful that we can extend this coverage through School Sports Live to viewers all over the world. Wonderful initiative this is, and it really puts a cherry on the cake to what has been a good reunion weekend so far.
Yeah, it's a beautiful platform. I mean, it really highlights the cream of the crop of Eastern Cape schoolboy rugby, and it's a massive platform for these guys. They get to watch these games again when they sit at home or when they're a bit older and watch them with their children.
Definitely. It's funny, I saw a couple of blog comments a few days ago about rugby was started by schoolboys and is best played by schoolboys, and I tend to agree with that. Queens have had a run well from the lights. Going back to the short side, second time in a row. I could carry again there from the 7. No, I'm mistaken.
Yeah, Asi Malotana also, the left wing has been heavily involved for Queens.
One of his a relation. There's a Malotana that played for the Bucks in '99. Kaya. One of it's in relation to him.
A big family. Yeah. They have a really big family in Queenstown of Malotanas.
Turnover there. Salon breaks the first tackle. This man is very dangerous when he's going. Striding away. What an incredible pass. Imatris. Enrique Franks. Looks a lot. Oh! Salon though. LJ du Preez gets hands on. Salon breaks the line with metronomic frequency. Travis de Bruin, the head boy. Big James Scott carries that up hard into contact.
Really good tackle from the tight head from Queens there. Otando Ayonokala.
Slow ball now. Trying to spread it. Oh, du Preez with a step. One to beat. Oh, the Hail Mary offload didn't come off that time, and it's advantage to Queens. Du Preez is a slippery character. I'm a fan of a scrum half who takes it to the heat like that. Oh, and there's an injury here. Someone's down. It is du Preez. Let's have a look at this again. Imatris. I mean, Wakasa passed to Imatris. He's threading the eye of the needle. And I think Enrique Frank's a little bit more concerned about the attentions behind than getting the offload away. I think Ewan Tate was gone for all money if that pass had gone. So a very promising attack from Grey. I think we'll be a bit concerned about their pivot. Probably wounded. He's moving quite gingerly now. We have Faf Holder, bike and head assist extraordinaire, helping him out on the ground at the moment. Must mention the Grey coaching staff. Alan Miles, Director of Rugby and Head Coach, and very ably assisted this year by Jared Bass as a backline coach, and Byron Schmidt, our forward coach, who unfortunately will be leaving us at the end of the season. Byron will be taking up a coaching position in Frankfurt in Germany as part of the German national setup, run by a bunch of South Africans. So very, very sad to see Byron go, but glad for the wonderful opportunity it will present to him to further his coaching career.
Yeah, it's an awesome opportunity for Byron there. It's he gets to test his coaching skills at an international level. So it's really a good platform for him. Yeah, but going back to that patient build up from the Grey High School. As I said before, they really stay patient, and even when they lose the ball, they don't panic. They regroup and rebuild again.
Yeah, so showing a lot of composure, a lot of trust in each other. It does help when things have gone well. Good scrum there. I pick off the back. Dean van Dijk going quite high on the carry, so that's a very successful carry there. Expect the one hits and clear. Queen should try and clear their lines, get out of danger here. And good wallop, and that hasn't found touch. Konza He loves these situations, this boy. Carrying very strongly. And it's advantage to Gray here. And there we have the penalty. Pedro taps and goes quickly again. Out the back of the hand.
That's a really good offload.
Oh, try!
That's a beautiful offload from Pedro.
Bevan Prinsloo, Captain Marvellous, breaking the tackle. The attentions of the despairing defence on the outside, but too much power, too much speed, and some quick thinking there from Pedro. Times these scrummers can be a nightmare. Coach killers when they do tap and go and it's unsuccessful, but backing his instinct, and that takes it at 12-0. Queen's got to be, a bit of panic's got to be setting in here now. Gray have camped twice in the last 5 minutes and have come away with 2 tries. Tough conversion though for Dupree.
Yeah, it's one of the beauties about schoolboy rugby. You don't really want to, box the guys in and tell them what to do. That was a really beautiful piece of skill from Pedro right there, out the back of the hand, out to the captain Bevan Prinsloo for the try in the corner. So, you've got to really give these guys enough skill.
Conversion is wide, unfortunately, and that's 12-0. Unfortunately, missed the stand there, spilling out an NRC, assuming for Neil Russell Crawford, our rector. It's his last reunion. He retires at the end of the year. Unfortunately, the stipulated age of 65. We're going to miss him tremendously. Great leader, he's been in the school, and the boys are very fond of the rector. There we see Bevan Prinsloo steaming over in the corner. On Queens, deep in Gray's half here. They're well from the restart. Slow ball, the hooker. Large lad, number 2.
He's a big boy, is Gareth Hateman.
Another strong border name, that Hartman. I think it's Dale Hartman, the Hudson Park old boy who played for Border for many years and then played 7th for South Africa.
Yep.
So I'm assuming it must be another relative there. Interesting, Queen's coached this year by Clinton List. And the List family, Gary Sr. was a star at Queen's as a schoolboy, and his son Gary Jr. was a star at Grey High School. So I think quite a tough day for List Sr. every week or every year with this fixture. He's old school, and then where his son went to school. Gary did very well as a fly half and fullback in the first team for 2 years, 2012 and 2011, 2012 as far as memory serves.
Yeah, there's a wealth of knowledge, is Clinton Lust. There's a really good rugby family, the Lusts. But the Queens haven't really done pretty well this season. They've had a couple of results not gone their way. They're coming off a pretty disappointing loss to Sterling about a week ago, 20 points to 18. So, they haven't had the real good rub of the green so far. So, they'll be really wanting to get really stuck into this fixture and probably hopefully get a win.
There was Matris this time with the turnover at the breakdown, but Pedro's missed touch. Queen's back on the attack. Let's carry there. Good quick ball. Looks like no. Gray managed to slow it down a little bit. Queens have lined up on the right, a big part of forwards. I assume they're going to look for the contact again. It's at the captain once more.
Really good hands there from Brody, the captain.
And the wide again. These two sides as an age group is under 16As. The score was 20 points to all. Queen scoring 2 tries in the last 5 minutes. I was an unfortunate coach on the receiving end of that result that afternoon, but the side is not to be underestimated. So I don't think this game is over by any stretch of the imagination. We still have half of the first half to go. Good carry again. Defence. It's ref playing advantage. Gray not rolling at the ruck. Quick tap. Queensland asking questions of the Grey defence here. Ruan Jonker putting in the hits.
Yeah, it's going to be real contest between the two number 9s here from Queens and Grey. Ronaldo Pedro's really shown us what he's capable of in the first sort of 18 minutes. But the guy from Queens, Etumisan Jumba, he's also a really good snipey fella that loves to run with the ball.
Yeah, these Queenians are sneaky. To around the fringes. There we go, got a chance here. Man in space. Beats the first defender. Pedro with a desperate tackle. Queens in a good position here. They'll want to return from this period of possession in the Grey half. There's that 7 again. Some good ball carriers in this Queens pack. I think they might. I haven't seen any stats of weight, but they should edge the Grey pack for size. Great carry from 7 again.
Siadrato really getting into his work rate now. Even Brody, the captain, now with another really good hit up in the middle of the park there.
That's Hartman again. Another good offload. Asking questions here. Great patient on defence. They've had their numbers. Good spacing across the field here. Out slow ball. Coming close again. Good carry from Hartman. Queens with some go forward here. They've got to spread it now. Brody throws it wide. Oh, he's gone. Oh, it's a poor pass. And Konza will take him to touch. Yes, great defence. A fantastic period of defence here from the Grey High School team. It's an aspect they've really worked very hard on this season at training, and it's showing dividends. The patience there, no one putting hands in, waiting for the moments, and the mistake came from Queens, and it's a turnover in possession, line out to Grey.
Yeah, I think also there for Queens, they didn't show enough patience in their first sort of real attempt at threatening the Grey line. So, they're going to have to be patient. Yeah, it's a long game, so they got to.
There goes Pedro again. This boy's got real legs on him. Oh, the pass possibly not the greatest option there. Always favour when a guy puts a bit of boots of ball there, make it a foot race. But he's dangerous around those fringes. Queen's not really marking up the pillar defenders, and Pedro's making them pay.
Yeah, the fringe defence is really non-existent from the Queenians at the moment, so they really got to fix that. Clinton Lewis, as we said before, is a real fountain of knowledge with in terms of rugby, so he'll be taking notes down on his notebook and be looking to fix that and rectify that when the two teams go into the sheds.
Into the good shoulder there. One on the short side, the ball's bounced free, and that's knocked on by Grey. So Queens put in at the scrum. Interesting. Ronaldo Pedro has lifted Pravin Bosch out of the first team. Pravin actually had quite a severe knee injury. Played the last 9 matches of last year, and Ronaldo's played so well that we haven't seen Pravin get a look in again. And then LJ Deprier, grade 11 boy. Campbell DeVette was the favourite pivot, and Campbell had a very, very bad concussion against Marlow at the Graham College Day. Unfortunately, is unable to play again this season. And LJ, who played fullback as an under-16, has just come on with leaps and bounds. And I predict a bright future for this boy if he chooses to play rugby, because he's a very good cricketer too. Pilla, you'll enjoy that as a cricketer yourself. LJ bats in the top 5, and it's quite a useful bowler as well. It's gone free. Deep Van Dyke stabs it ahead. And it's a foot race here. Matris and Tate. Tate's got foot on. Matris! Try! Beautiful stuff there. Grey High School. Again, under the poles, Ian Matris. The man who came back from a bit of an ankle injury last week, didn't play against Graham College, and he's started today, came in at 99, and what a difference that has made. Beautiful play there. Never underestimate this team on the counter-attack.
And there again, it's the pressure from the Grey High School defence. They really came up really quickly on there and forced them with a really good line speed, forced them to make the mistake, and the little poke through, and when you have to catch up like that, it's really going to be really difficult to turn those big forwards around and chase back. So it's a really good pressure try from Grey there.
And the conversion is good from LJ Deprier. And at 19 points to 0, that's a fairly comfortable lead here. Queens have got to dig deep. They've got to find something.
Yeah, just going back on your point with the number of injuries the Grey High School have had, it really helps when you have a couple of 100 boys to choose from. So the depth is really good. So it doesn't really, you don't really feel it.
Now the Grey Seconds haven't had a bad season so far, with wins against Weinberg and quite a crushing victory over Paul Roos as well. Coming stuck against Graham College last week, which shows you never underestimate anyone. Kudos to Graham, who are having a very good year this year. First round, our first team close as well. But we are blessed with 23 quality players this season here, and at Grey, and a number of provincial players as well. You often struggle to find a guy on a Grey first side who hasn't played for Eastern Province at some level, and I think in this team every single player has. Advantage again there to Queens. Down the short side. Queen's very keen to mix it. This makes it quite easy to defend. setting the pot up, they look for contact and they set the ruck. So not much variety at the moment. So you imagine at some point there's got to be some sort of, variety in their play.
Yeah, no, definitely. There's one thing that I was going to mention now, that there aren't any unders lines. The guys aren't really running unders lines. It makes it really, really easy to pick off those one-off defenders and put them on the ground. So Queens need to really improve on their variety on attack, because it's looking a bit too predictable at the moment.
And the kick into a fairly crammed Old Grey stand. Lovely seeing the youngsters with my warm-up earlier. A couple of guys coming over to say how's it, and it's quite nice to see them. A shout out to Buntu Adolo, who played for me in 2010. Always lucky to see these guys on these weekends. It means a lot when they come and say hello as well. And it's the passion the guys show for their old school, the effort they go to get you. I think of the numerous dozens of Old Greys who came from all over the world to be at the dinner on Thursday night. Always gives one a lump in the throat, because it's a special place and it means a lot. All ref is unhappy with something here. It's Gerrit Rodenbach who's getting the talking to.
Yeah, it's a lovely weekend. I mean, the reunion weekends at schoolboy rugby are always a big occasion for the host schools. So you get a lot of guys flocking in from all over the country. I mean, after school you really spread your wings and you go out into the big bad world, as they say. So it's really nice to see a lot of guys that come back for these reunion weekends.
Adele with the drive. This initial sack was unsuccessful. I think it's going to fall short there. Now slow ball, see what they do. Pick and go. Oh, and he's over. Just having a second look. No, he's not happy with it. And he feels scrum down to Gray. That's got very, very close there. Bilal, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it was the big lock, Junaid Bilal there, the number 5. Got really close to the line. I think he might have touched a bit of glass there, but Sindile Gnese is the man in the middle to judge that. But Queens need to show patience here. This is the second time that they visited the grade 22, so they got to come away with points. 19-0 down inside 25 minutes, so they need to really settle it down and get some points and come away with points here with this attack.
Pick and go. 9-11 close. Again going close. Vonch with a high tackle there. Arm slid up from one of the loose forwards. Surprising taking the short side. The pick and go. I always feel that you need to go towards the posts. There should be some patience here from Queens. Now they've changed direction. That's going to be held up. No, got it off the back.
They brought in the number 11 pretty well there in that movement.
I think we might see a card here. Referee's calling the captain over. I think the referees have really, really overreacted this year with a high tackle. A different story if a guy swings in or dives on top, but I mean the arm slipped up there. I didn't think there was any malice in it, so quite pleased not to see the spectacle being spoiled here with a 15-on-14 situation for a while.
Yeah, the new high tackle laws has really made it difficult for the referees to sort of police that collision point. You honestly
in picture there. No, Pedro underneath did very well. That's over. That's on the Queen side of the try line. So great defence there, seeing that replay. Pedro all over the show today. We have a break in play for an injury. Yeah, it's interesting. I saw some stats about the injury counts a few weeks ago, and it's funny, we're having more and more tacklers injured than tackled players now after the change in the laws, because guys are going in at knees and hips. So it's a fine balance, and I think it's possibly going a little bit too far against the defender at the moment, Peter.
Yeah, I think it's the overcompensation, because I mean the guys don't want to go high. They always want to go down low and take the hips and ankles, and so you find sometimes the guys get themselves into awkward positions, and that's when concussions come into play, and and those kind of injuries. So it's one of those tough laws in the game that they're trying to over-police.
Yeah, at some point someone's going to get hurt. It's a contact sport, and if you can't handle it, play something else, in my opinion. Queens with a prime attacking ball. They've gone for the scrum. I would have gone for 3 points, possibly get something on the board here. But it's our last chance saloon for Queens to Get some impetus here at the pick up and go. 9 always wide open. Corns are out of possession and they've scored. Prove me wrong. There we go. Queens on the board here.
Yeah, it's a really good 8-9, 8-9-11 there with Sia Matanda, the 8th man, passing it off to Dumisa Njumba with the final offload out to the number 11 wing, Asi Malotana, to go crashing over into the corner. It's a really good patient build-up again. You know, I think they had to camp into the grey half. They haven't been there for a while, so you know, rich reward. You know, they were daring and they got reward in a try in the corner there.
I think Kuliwa Konza might be a little bit embarrassed about the defence. There was nowhere to be seen. I'm not sure who he was trying to defend. Wing was all alone and scrambled as best he could, couldn't get there. The conversion attempt is wide. That's 19-5 with about 5 minutes left in this first half. And Queens on the scoreboard. I expect Gray will try, with the wind at the backs, probably try to look for quite a deep restart. Try to force Queens to kick the ball out and have an attacking line in the Queens half. Funny how often the boys try too hard in these situations and force the penalty and sort of like release the pressure. But let's hope we see some maturity here from Gray and try to keep Queens pinned down in the half for a while. Going to the right to Prayer, the split kick-off deployed by Gray. Gone quite short though.
Yeah, he needed to go deep there. I mean, in the past sort of 10 minutes, it has been all Queens. They have had the better position of the ball in the past 10 minutes. And they've got a bit of confidence now that they're throwing it around.
First thing on wide there. Overloaded on the right hand side, and they've got the overlap. Slow ball again. They set a pot in the middle. They look for contact. It's a good carry. Grove committed 3 defenders to that, so quick recycle needed. They're coming back to the short side, change of direction. Nice big carry again. Queens have got an abundance of ball carriers in this pack of forwards. Been very impressive so far. About the screen pass there. Heitman. Now they've got with the gain is Molotana. Oh, Konza diving despairingly, and Molotana's still going. He's cut inside now. Straight into the defence of Dean van Dijk. It's still Queen's possession.
Yeah, there's a bit of creativity now in the Queen's attack. They're missing a few pods and they're throwing it up around the back of a few pods. Sia Draku's been immense again. He's with a really good carry again there.
Turnover was good there and it's great, unable to clean over the top of it, so Queen's hold on to the ball. And again to the left. Great scrambling here. Another positive carry. Boys often get too excited by that sort of thing because often the ball carrier's gone to ground in any case. Another big carry again. Queens at numbers to the right. Another big one up the middle. I must say that number 9, Njuma, has really impressed me today. The way he's controlled proceedings. As well as Keith Krautz, the 10. Krautz played 15 a few weeks ago. Quite a lethal goal kicker.
Yeah, there's a really good passage of play now for Queens. They've put about 10 phases now, and they've really shown some creativity, and they're getting their really good ball runners on the ball quite frequently. Number 7, Sia Draku on the again. The number 11, Malotana. And they're just really punching some really good holes into the great defense now.
So all Queens here, that's starting to cloud over now. Wind's on to pick up again. We had some rain during the second 15 match, and it looks like we might see some more. We're going to see how that plays out. Now the wind is picking up again. Oh, and he's cut right through the line here. The outside centre. Oh, despairing tackle from Enrique Franks. Quick recycle. This is all Queens at the moment. They've got a head of steam up here.
That's a really good break there from the outside centre.
Krautz taking the ball on his knees there. Poor pass from the 9. It's still Queens. It's all Queens right now. Gray need a response to this tremendous passage of possession. And Krautz. Slow ball now. Gray needed to make an impact with the counter ruck or something here and try and disrupt this dominance Queens are experiencing. Really using this big pack of forwards to great effect at the moment.
Yeah, it's on the short side.
Oh. Despairing defence there. You got a feeling that Gray going to run out of numbers here.
It's a really good build-up now. It's about 20th phase now with the ball in hand. Down the short side, and they're over.
Try
That's
time.
a really good passage of play from Queens. That it's a massive score. That who comes up with the ball? It's the number 8. That's Sia Matanda, who's also been really heavily involved in that play. It's a really good passage of play. Like it's been the better passage of play in this whole half, and it's a really good crucial score with halftime approaching.
Yeah, they're breathing big in Queenstown. Matanda, another man, must be close in 6'2", 6'3", and a tough conversion here for Kratz. I think if he brings it within 7 points, it could be a tough last 10 minutes for Grey of this first half. It's old-fashioned route one play here from Queens, and eventually it pays off after, as you said, I reckon at least 20 phases of possession. They moved up 70 or 75 meters up the field. Kratz trying to get the ball to stay on the tee.
Yeah, it was crucial. It's crucial they had to score there, and it takes the difference now to about 9 points. And Kratz misses that conversion, but it's been a really good passage of the play there from the Queens. So they've really crept well back into this in this last 15 minutes of the first half, and they. In the last 10 minutes, they'll be the happier of the two sides.
I've got to find a way. They need a dominant tackle. They haven't had one for a few minutes. They need to knock the man back and make the turnover more possible. Because at the moment it's all Queens. And again, the short kickoff. Again, I'm surprised Dupre's gone with a hand kick. Well, he's going to kick it straight out sideways. Oh my word! Is that a hash of that one?
Yeah,
that's half time.
Yeah, I think Fen with. Who will be the more happy of the two sides? I think Queens in the last sort of 15 minutes of that first half really showed their creativity on attack, which was pretty lacking in the first sort of 15 minutes of that first half. So they've really clawed their way back into this match, and at 19-10 at half time, it's a really good contest.
Well, right now I'd rather be Clint Lust. I mean, they've narrowed the lead to 9 points, and the wind has picked up, so they have the wind at their back in the second half. And it's pretty hard to get out of your half here at Grey when the wind is coming from the right-hand side. It tends to trap you down here close to the sports office. So it's advantage Queens right now in my humble estimations, but don't underestimate the pride of the boys in the Azure Blue. They're not beaten until the final whistle. And at the same time, they still lead 19 points to 10, so what am I talking about?
Definitely. What was impressive about that sort of last 10-15 minutes from the Queens boys is how the way that they used their ball runners and their ball carriers, guys like Sia Mkani, the loose head prop, Gareth Heitman, the hooker, and Otando Nogala, the tight head prop. They were heavily involved with either decoy runners or hitting it up in the middle. So sort of softened up that great defense.
Spectators are scurrying to all parts now as it's starting to come down a little bit here. It's quite icy as well, so temperature's dropped a little bit, and now this becomes a question of pride and character when the ball gets slippery like this, as to and that cliche. But I mean, that often cliche has been stereotypes, with that true. Who wants it more? And I think the next 35 minutes will show us that.
Yeah, with the inclement weather coming in now, so it becomes a real tactical masterclass now. So guys like LJ Dupre and Keith Krause are going to have to marshal proceedings pretty well now, kick into corners, get into good areas territorially. So it's going to be interesting half. As you said, advantage Queens with that really good build up in that last sort of 50 minutes in the first half.
It's really bucketing down now, and we'll chat in a few minutes again.
So you have to hold it. Yeah, can you hold it like this? Hold it like this to here.
The restart, Elder de Preur getting a bit of a scud down the middle of the field here. Queens field it. And I'd expect Queens to try and tighten up and kick the ball downfield. Good carry there.
Draco again.
Oh, it's really unpleasant work here for the two of us. We're exposed on top of the fielding position. Oh, we have an umbrella finally, thank you very, very much. And it's gone into touch here.
Yeah, the weather's really come in now. So it was going to be a bit of tactics now. So and it's going to test the throwers as well.
Lacking rating very well. I think it's played in the air there. Referee's happy with it though. And Gray will look for the slow ball control play. Ruan Yonko with a pick and go. With James Scott, Yonko making patiently just a few centimetres. And he goes a little wider. Waka Salon running in that. Baron Prinsloo throwing a wild one. Incredible pass from Amateurs. LJ de Preur asking the question. Pass over the top. Oh, and it's gone past the hands. What a bit of play though from Waka Salon to get through that. It's gone. You take it to the head. Oh, I don't know to make that call. Yes, try. It's a try. Incredible stuff there. How on earth did he score? Amazing, amazing scenes here. And that's Gray with a miracle try. My word.
That's a beautiful piece of skill for Maya Matros there to get that ball out. Yeah, it's difficult. It's a really good piece of skill to get it out in difficult conditions.
Chasing that kick. 3 Queenians converging on the ball. I'm sure the parochial one-eyed man in supporting the team in white will ask questions there, but wow, sensational stuff. From Salon's break, past the pod, Matros' incredible pass, and then to regather possession, put the kick through and dot it down. Sensational stuff in this Grey side in what are becoming increasingly atrocious conditions. Trying for the conversion. I don't think he'll get it right in this one. No, it came pretty close, just shaving the right hand upright. But my word, what a try. I don't know if we'll get a replay of that, but I'd like to see who managed to dot that down as well. I think it's possibly Ewan Tate. But sensational stuff for Grey to now take the lead, 24 points to 10.
It's a really good pass from Ronaldo Pedro from the base of the scrum, to find Waka Salon there with the initial break. So, you know, it all really originated from that pass from Ronaldo Pedro.
Well, it's a little secret. So we had Paul Feeney, the Stormers coach. Shout out to Paul. Spent an afternoon with us on Wednesday afternoon. We worked pretty hard at that aspect of play, and it's shown dividends. There's another LJ de Preur again on the break. Cuts inside, beats another one. This needs to look for the offload. Oh, and he slips on the pitch. It's all Grey right now. It's funny, we had 10 minutes of Queens and our Grey right back in it.
Some of the best coaches in the world. And I remember Gordon Titchens always says it's always good to hit back and score first in the beginning of the second half. So that's exactly what Grey have done here under really terrible conditions.
Now Queens chasing it. Queens would have been quite confident at half time, and now all of a sudden they've got to score 3 times. I mean, even with a wind at the back like this, it's very wet, and that's going to be quite tough. So lots for Queens to do. Now looking for the slow ball play. They're going to try and rumble it up. And now this one, it's no longer spectator friendly when weather like this. I was fortunate to spend my couple of years of playing my career at Stellenbosch University, and we love to throw the ball around, but on most weekends it was a deluge, and you'd have to go close, go close, go close, go close, go close. So we'll see how this goes.
Stellenbosch, when it rains there, it doesn't stop for about 4 hours of rain after that.
I remember a 2-week period. It rained every single day. I had no dry rugby clothes left. It's Queen's ball here, just outside the 22, and I expect them to go for a straight exit. Look to kick down. Grey have got three men hanging back to receive that kick if it does happen. Oh, and big pressure on the 9. Ref felt he was offsides. Yeah, these are the sort of conditions you don't want to be a wing. Because the only time you're going to see the ball is if it's kicked or if you're chasing it along the ground.
I'm looking at Koliwa Konza here in the near side, and his shorts are still predominantly white.
Yeah, I'm going to have a go at him in English class on Monday about that. And Kraut's clearing his lines here. The territory game becomes very important now in these conditions. You want to make mistakes in their half, not your own.
Yeah, Queens need to get their hands on the ball again, and settle things down.
Messy ball at the line out. Matt Meters, good carry from the 9. He's tidied up well there. Be cursing his forwards for giving him such poor possession. Another good pick and go, and this is how Queens have got to go. This is both packs of forwards have got to start bringing themselves into the game here. And they've got it wide. Oh, and he's through here. Decision to make.
It's really good. It's really good hands there from the number 15 to pick that up and get into that hole, relatively small hole to get in, but he managed to hold on to the ball and get through that small hole.
And again, Queen come to the left here. Ball's falling free. No, it's a penalty for offsides. Sindile didn't like that one. And that pink shirt doesn't look any better in this rainy weather than it did earlier, in my estimations. Oh, it's a nice touch finder.
It's good skills that from Krauts. He realized that the conditions aren't for him, so he kicked that touch finder really low and flat, and they got a really good attacking line out now.
I must apologise if there are any issues here with sound. We are getting rather wet in this deluge. Queens have the drive, and they set you. Oh, it goes to ground. Ref is happy that nothing illegal happened there. He has the slow ball wide to Kraus. He asked the question. No, wrapped up by Dupree. And now this is where Queens get dangerous. So this ball gets slow, and they get those big runners into it. Knock on, and Queens let go off the hook. Got to keep it simple here. Be very patient and close together, shovel the ball with both hands. And this where I think Neil Crawford, the rector of Grey, said to me a few days ago, lamenting the demise of the long sleeve rugby jersey. He hates the short sleeve. And he reminded me, he said the long sleeve, Mr. Barnett, often helped you catch the ball. And today you'd want a heavy cotton jersey to help you catch a rugby ball, Peter, in my opinion.
Definitely, Mr. Crawford is one of the old school guys, and to get in the long sleeve is always a big call for him. So.
Gray going wide there. Now you'd expect them to tighten it up. Same side, get the pod around and just try and hold possession. Oh, turnover by Queens here. Penalty to Queens. Oh, and the rest going in his pocket here. I think someone could be in trouble. The double blast. And that's Gerrit Rodenbach. He's warned him. Yellow card. Rodenbach goes off, slowing the ball down. And I think that the 3 points would be my option here. Try and get a return on. I mean, they've got the win behind them. Get into the half. Chip away. No, wants to go for touch.
Yeah, I think the 3 points would have been a better option there, They're 24-10 down. So, just to chip away slowly at that scoreboard and reduce that deficit piece by piece. So, yeah, but... nonetheless, they've gone for the line-out option and see what the results will be here.
Yeah, there's nothing worse as a forward, is when you're carrying chipping away there up front, and you're not getting a return for your investment. So it gets a bit demoralising. Funny looking at the two stands here. The Queen stand was full a few minutes ago and is about a third empty now. They're running for the hills. Grey Boys are staying here to cheer their team on. And there's the maul. Great defence here. No, Queens get a second shove on. 14 on 15 here.
It's a good rumble.
And again, it's gone to ground. Turnover ball. And again, Queens no return. As we said, the 3 points would have made things a little bit more interesting and raised their spirits a bit. But now Grey get a chance to clear the lines and get out of jail here.
Really good defensive counter more there from Grey with the lesser man with the lesser man in the pack. They
Well,
really did well. I mean, our umbrella just flew off
Yeah,
now.
our umbrella's come to a sad end here. So we'll try the next one. And go with a 5 meter scrum, Pedro to feed. And this is really weather for ducks. Queen's good shove there. Oh, he's dropped the ball, and that should be a try, yes! Bevan Princely losing control of it, the high risk option. Trying to pick up and run with it, and he left it behind, and that's the screen scrum off who snaffles it and scores. 24-15 in the conversion to come.
Yeah, and
This-
Jumba was really quick to pounce on that one, Dumisan Jumba. Yeah, it's a really fatal mistake there from Bevan Prinsloo. Would have been the better option just to pick it out, the normal pick up from Pedro and have a really good boot from AJ Dupree and kick it out. Even if it went down 5 meters, just to get the ball out of play.
Yeah, just rather hold on to it for as long as you possibly can until the support gets there. Yeah, looking to the west and the clouds, it's clouded over. I don't think this is going to stop. Yeah, it's an important kick here for Kraus. Bring it within 7. The conversion attempt is wide, and 24-15 with just on 25 minutes to go. It's game on. I mean, as we predicted. Although I don't think you don't have to be rocket science in these conditions to figure out how it's going to go down.
And Queen's got the one-man advantage now, so they can really press that home at 24-15. So it's a big sort of last 7 minutes or 5 minutes or so now for Queens.
Yeah, they want to make it count. They've made sure that another tough restart collection. Grass standing off the pitch cleverly, and he's found a bit of grass here. Oh, it's a men are converging on this ball. They're letting it bounce. Oh, and Dupree knocking it on, but that's a net gain for Queens. That's territorial advantage. They're back in the grey half, and yeah, see what they can do with this one.
It's a really good kick by Krauts that he found grass where the man wasn't there, and the grey guys let it bounce, and which is one of the number one rules when you're coaching a schoolboy side is never let the ball bounce, and LJ Dupree and the guys let the ball bounce there. So advantage Queens.
Nice middle scrum. Queens have had to pull up. Surprising, the laws have changed. It used to be in a 90 variation, a man caught in the pack no matter where he was. There's no shove. There goes Debusa again. Salon working hard there for the ball. He hasn't got it. Queens have got the clean. No. Ref telling men to stay on sides.
Yeah, Queens just need to really rumble this one up. Pick and go until they get into a really good strike position, and then they can take it wide.
I'd keep it tight all the way. Going for the drop goal. Interesting call. Is there lots of time? No, it's a pretty poor attempt. Frank's lots of time to clear his lines. And that's not a bad nudge.
Hasn't found touch.
He's going to bounce. Oh, he has the bounce there. Well done, Enrique Franks. Surprised there. Getting go forward all the time to go and kick the ball away. Quite surprising. Again, not the sort of thing I think as a tight forward I'd want to see. I'd want to see confidence in the backs to keep the ball moving forward. And they've had go forward all day long. I mean, Hartman, the captain, and the loose forwards, all of them have been superb carrying the ball, and they've got go forward. So that really surprised me.
Yeah, it wasn't a really a good option there from Keith Krauts. Should have really let the forwards rumble it up, pick up and go until they got into a really good position where they can have either that drop goal or take it out wide to the wings, Malotana and them to finish in the corners.
Great, very narrow defence. Queen's trying to spread it from that collapsed drive. They've set to the left, Hartman. And there we go, the big man. See, 10 metres gained. Exactly what his team needs and what they want. And now they want to spread it again. The high risk option here from Queens again. Good defence in the middle from Gray. Dupree meeting his man. Gray scrambling is a bit of an overlap. Oh, and he's found the outside. Offload is good. Cut inside, great stuff. It's a beautiful try from Queens. And with the conversion to come, things could be all square.
Yeah, it's a really, really, really good try there from Queens. They sucked in the great defenders. As we just said a moment ago, they kept it tight, and then they took it out wide, and it was a mismatch out wide with the wingers running against the forwards. Tumelo Motinisi there with a really crucial try for Queens.
We'll see how we go here. Conversion in Kruits 24-20.
Things are getting really interesting now.
Yeah, unfortunately for Grey, I think losing the toss here hasn't helped them in these conditions. It's a bit of a lottery. Had the second side earlier, we won the toss and we managed to score 33 points in the second half with the wind at our backs. And unfortunately the same hasn't happened for our second team. But they've got to show some character, the Grey Boys, and I expect they will. This is an important conversion here from Kruits. You want to nail this. Keep them in close or take it within 2 points. Conversion is good. This man is lethal from anywhere 45 meters out or so. And the Queens crowd are buoyant. Grey Boys finally find their singing voices after about 25 minutes of silence. Yeah, team's going to need them to make some noise. Deprez looking deep. He's going to find some grass here. Oh, ref feels a no knock either way there. And Grey with their ascendancy now. See what they do here. Slow ball play. Good carry. Got to be patient. Got to try and keep the ball for long periods of time now. Panic won't help. Still got the lead, Grey. They need to stay down here in Queen's half and make it count. A little box kick over the top. Oh, nearly goes to hand. But it's possession turnover. Silly option. Got to keep hands on here. Got to keep it long periods of time. Now Kruits will probably look to punt it downfield and start all over. Oh, penalty to Grey. My word. Boys panicking here, and as Pedro takes it quickly. Dean van Dijk looking for the positive hits. Great carry from 7. Quick ball again. Queens are scrambling. Walk across the line. Enrique Franks takes possession. The wide ruck here, Grey. They've maintained possession here. And the men in the Zero Blue showing massive courage and passion here. Pedro. And the offload. No, the high risk again.
Yeah, I should have held on to that Ronaldo Pedro. It's really tough conditions. Can't be throwing those 50-50 passes in these conditions.
Kruits with quite a poor touch finder. So Grey with a line in the 22. I think they'll be happy for that territorial advantage. And now the AR is getting involved here. I wonder what that's about.
Interesting here, Fenner. The Queens have scored 12 points with the guy in the bin from Grey. So they've really taken advantage of that extra man, and they're really right back into this game at 24-22.
Trying to see, I can't see Rodenbach. I don't know if is he back on? No, he's still behind the poles there. What are they waiting for? I think 10 minutes of, is it calling him back? No, there's now an injury to Queens.
Yeah, Grey need to really keep hands on ball here, just to run down the clock until they restored their 15-man advantage. So, the likes of Pedro and Bevan Prinsloo need to really bring calm to the side. Keep the ball in hand until the man is restored from the bin.
Even despite these conditions, I'd be having a 3-pointer in that range. Is in the 22. Bang it hard, and if you miss, you run the clock down, and they're able to kick it back to you instead of giving possession away. Rather hold on the ball as long as you possibly can and score whichever way you can as well.
Definitely, points are really crucial in this kind of weather. So, whenever an opportunity arises to get points on the board, by all means you have to take it.
And it's like Warwick Griffin coming on. I think Rodenbach might have been substituted. Griffin, the tight prop. Philip Y. Henderson will then go to lock. Philip, quite a remarkable rugby player. He captained Grant Como, he'd under 16 in grade 10 as a flank, and has played lock and moved to tight end a few weeks ago, and he's been outstanding. Tough man, has a wonderful never say die attitude, and he can basically play anywhere in the pack of forwards. Here goes Warwick. Good carry, nice first touch from him. He'll enjoy that. Get some ascendancy. Boy loves You'd expect. There goes Heitman down the short side. Big boy for a 2.
Looks like a front ranker.
He does to me as well. He'll go in these last 10 minutes. Gray got to get low in defence here. They've got to try and stop the Queens, get momentum with every pick and go that they've had. They're lining up nice and deep, their back line as well. And that's been held up in the midfield now. Queens got the ball down. And this is what you want to do. You want to try and camp in their opposing half and keep hands on until something happens. Just got to keep the ball as long as you possibly can. These last 10 minutes are going to pass by at a glacial rate for these two coaches.
Turnover ball, Fenner.
Oh, fantastic stuff from the men in blue, and it's a penalty to them. Queens panicking a bit here. Now it's interesting. What do you do as a grey side? You're almost going to tap and go and set up pods and try and start working your way in a position where you can actually kick the ball downfield. So Lawrence smashed with the left foot, and he's found about 50 metres of space. It's out, but it's Grey's ball. And now you've got to drive. You've got to look for the drive option, move it upfield, and try and keep hands on the ball.
Yeah, it's difficult for Grey now against the wind. So they've got to really be creative in how they approach their possession now. So it's either they put in little grubbers, keep the ball as low as possible, or keep it in hand, keep it as long as possible until they can work their way inside the Queen's half.
The second time the Queen's lock has played Laken Gray in the air there. I think he should have been penalised again. But good carry. Wakas Alon is a machine carrying that ball out Channel 1. Pedro with a little box kick. He's found a bit of space. That's a great kick. Beautiful kick. Oh, and that's a foot in touch. No, the TJ doesn't think so. And Kraus bumping it downfield. And he lets it bounce. Does Ewan Tate. Space to run though. Imatris stabs it ahead there. He's found grass. And now it's Queen's Kraus. Oh! Can be charged down, yes. Nice return there from Gray. They want to hang on here. 10 minutes to go. It looks like the scoreboard was programmed for 30 minutes and not 35, so that's going to be a bit of a confusion for the spectators.
Yeah, there are a bit of some wasteful kicking now, so both sides need to really grab this game by the horns, and really there needs to be a really good deciding play here, either from LJ Dupre or Keith Kraus.
What's that expression again? Who wants it more? Queen's Kraus going close. Fantastic carry from the 7. Again, Queens, the go forward ball. Heitman again here. He's had a titanic game so far. I'll just let it go, and Gray's line up in the 10. Again, Queens, that surprises me. I'd be looking for deep kicks. I don't want to try and have a 20-metre gain. You want 30 or 40 or 50 metres. Gray will be happy with this position and possibly can have a go here. Do you have a go, or are you conservative, Peter? Do you keep the ball for a long period of time?
I definitely have a go. I thought Keith Kraus could have gotten a little bit more depth in that little grabber kick. Take the play deeper into Grey High. But look, I'm all one for having a go. So whoever gains control of this ball needs to have a good go at it.
Well, that's ball blue skew. The wind took that one, and it's Queen's advantage here. The pick and go again. No, ref feels no advantage is accrued, and it's a scrum to Queens in the 15 here. There's a lot of chat going on at the moment, so I'm not really sure what's going on here. Also, scrum or line out tonight, they want the scrum.
Been really impressed with Heitman and Draku from the Queen's College side here, Fenner, today, because they've really provided that little bit of impetus on attack for Queens, and a whole lot of what's good about Queens has revolved around them carrying the ball.
Definitely. Great scrum from Gray. And it's a good tackle there from Imatris, picking up the man in the backfield who's looking for the hole that never opened up. But Queens now back in a default. They'll look to carry here around the side of the ruck, and advantage to Gray. The ball's been turned over again. Wakasa line looking for oh my word, the high risk pass again. No, the ref feels no advantage again. Scrum down to Gray. Yep, Gray will want these scrums all day long. Take a minute every time, slow it down, keep possession. But those high-risk ones, it's incredible. The boys will always try. It's like a piece of soap in their hands, and they're going to throw it wide.
Yeah, no.
No, let's see what's going on. Having some technical difficulties here, folks. Excuse us. There it is. Okay, and School Sports Live doing a great job in very, very difficult conditions. The coverage is fantastic in my estimations. We really enjoyed them here at our festival a few weeks ago, and yeah, showing us a really titanic struggle. It's wonderful, this game of rugby. A high-scoring match is exciting, and a close one like this can be as exciting.
Definitely.
They keep trying to run it. Konza on the touchline here. Good carry. He's broken a tackle, committed 3 or 4 defenders. He's still going. Fantastic leg strength there from the young man. And Gray with go forward here. Oh, it's a tough pass. Good hands. Travis de Bruin catching it behind him there. Very wide. You want to set closer in these conditions. There we go. Pedro sniping again. Oh! Dean van Dijk thought he was gone for all money there. He'll be talking about that in 20 years' time about how the referee unfairly called him back. But Gray putting pressure on. Queens with the scrum. And we're looking into the last few minutes here. It's anyone's game at the moment. Gray saw the lead by 2 points.
Yeah, somebody needs to take a bit of ownership now from Queens. Either Krauts or Dwight or Heitman. They got to really come up with a really good piece of magic play.
I think they're panicking a little bit, Pilla. It's another great scrum. The substitution here, Warwick Griffin has done wonderfully at tight head. Strong boy. He loves scrumming and put pressure on Queens. But the carry was good at the back from, who's the 8th man? Pilla, is it Molatana?
That's Matanda.
Matanda. Good pick up. And Krauts again with the up and under up the middle. And again, who wants this? Wakasalan. Oh, brilliant handling there from the big man. He breaks one tackle. Matris is in space. Matris throws the pass. Should have put it on the foot. LJ de Priya going for the corner. No, into contact. Now it's Gray with the ascendancy here. They want to make this count. Pick and go close. Good option. And they get it to ground. Just want to stay down here. Keep the ball for as long as they possibly can.
Matris could have possibly held on to that ball.
I think he should have stabbed it ahead. There was no one at home. And then it's a foot race. The last thing you want to do as a defender here is try and slide in. You miss the ball or you bang it yourself and it becomes a 5-minute scrum. So that's the sort of tactic that I would be encouraging from the sideline. But right now it's up to the kids. There's not much you can do as a coach. You've done your work in midweek and now it's up to them. I'll feel very sorry for whichever side comes second here today because they've both been throwing the proverbial kitchen sink at each other. It's been a great spectacle.
No, definitely. At the end of the day, there's got to be, one that goes down on the losing side. But it's been a really, really cracking game.
Great getting some pick and goes. Yeah, they've got some momentum. Keep going, rumbling. Just keep be patient, boys. Patience. Patience is a virtue at the moment. There we go. Another good carry from Gray.
We're really trying to run down the clock now with 2 minutes to go.
I think we have a bit more time.
That's gone loose.
Grave lost the ball here. Now can Queens turn on defence in a counter attack? They stabbed a little kick over. That's quite a tough one. Enrique Franks. He's gathered it. Imatris stabs a little kick. It's a great option. I think he'd have wanted a little bit more boots onto that. It's skied off. Now the pressure's on Queens. Queens have enjoyed long periods of time, and they're going to not much time left. They're going to probably rue some chances where they didn't get the drive right. And now they've got a long way to go. 80 meters. You'll need Kraus to find some grass with his kick here. I expect the middle ball. Graves set to defend at number 2. Now they're going to the front. And the contest is fantastic from Gray and Pedro, hands on. Offload. Oh, and Travis de Bruin can't hold on to it. Ball bounces free. No, referee feels it's a scrum, and every one of these set pieces is just eating away at the clock. The stadium clock says a minute to go. I'm not sure there's any added time here. Our clock is just over 2 and a bit minutes. But either way, Queens have got a long way to go here. They've got to be feeling the heat. They haven't won for a few weeks. They'll desperately want to get a W in the results column. And Grey will want to defend this unbeaten run of theirs that have been so wonderful for them.
Yeah, Fen, I've been really impressed with the inside backs from Grey. LJ Dupree and Waka Solon, they've really combined well. The one's got a really good right boot, and the other one's got a really good left boot, and it gives you really good options.
So Peter, I'll ask you right now, with the results still in doubt, if you had to pick a man of the match, who would be your star today?
I think a number of guys have put up their hands, but Sia Traku from Queens has been immense. He's really carried the ball really well and taken it up to the line. So for me, Sia Traku.
I'm not going to be able to fault you on that decision there. And Grey doing well. The defence scragging Krauts deep in the Queens 22. And penalty going the way. A lot of the spectators aren't happy with that one. But Queens tapping and going. Why on earth would you do that? Well, maybe that's why. Good carry here.
Yeah, if you got guys like Sia Traku with the ball, so you want to keep the ball in hand for as much as possible.
And Queens are having a crack from deep here. They've got space. Oh, it's a huge hit from Grey.
It's a good double tackle.
Well, LJ Dupree going for the interception instead of going for the hit. What a moment that would have been. But Queens still now with the slow ball. It's got to go on the foot, I reckon. No, they want to run it. Turnover ball. Grey have got hands on here. Time up on the stadium clock. I don't know if that's going to be it. But Dress kicks it out. And that's it. What fantastic courage here from Grey High School. They've weathered a tremendous storm in very difficult conditions, literally and figuratively, I'll add. And wow, 24 points to 22. Queens have got to be gutted. They played all the rugby today, but this Grey PE side continue to show tremendous kiss. They show some real minerals, as our English friends would say. And yeah, what a fantastic game of rugby, Peter.
Yeah, it's been another really titanic clash between those two sides. I mean, they, as we said in the beginning of the program, is that they're traditional rivals and their rivalry goes centuries back. So it's a really tough loss for Queens, but an awesome game from both sides.
Thank you very much, all of you that have tuned in to watch the game. Old boys in Hong Kong, the USA, UK. Big shout out to all of you guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and hope to chat to you soon. Thank you very much for tuning in.